In the realm of human relationships, there exists a profound truth that often goes unrecognized. We have the inherent capacity to stop caring about other people. We can choose to detach ourselves from the emotional turmoil and suffering that arises from our concern for others. However, this realization can be both challenging and controversial, as it challenges societal norms and expectations. In today's episode, we will delve into the depths of this concept and explore the power we possess to liberate ourselves from the burdens of other people's emotions. By understanding and embracing this principle, we can pave the way for a more fulfilling and less stressful life. It is essential to acknowledge that we are not immune to the suffering of those around us. When we witness pain or distress, our natural instinct is to try to alleviate it. This innate empathy is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. Yet, when we constantly find ourselves entangled in the problems and worries of others to the point where it negatively impacts our well-being, it becomes crucial to reevaluate our approach. Consider the following scenario. You are surrounded by individuals who are perpetually pessimistic, constantly complaining and wallowing in their negativity is contagious, and it begins to seep into your own thoughts and emotions. Before you realize it, you are caught in a vortex of anxiety and dread, allowing their pessimism to overshadow your own aspirations and happiness. The question then arises, why do we subject ourselves to this emotional turmoil? Why do we allow others to dictate our emotional state? The answer lies in the intricate tapestry of our relationships and the societal conditioning that shapes our perceptions. From an early age, we are socialized to prioritize the needs and opinions of others above our own. We learn that being selfless and compassionate is noble, while looking after our own interests is often frowned upon or seen as selfish. This conflicting set of values can leave us confused and torn, especially when it comes to dealing with people who take advantage of our kindness and consideration. Furthermore, we are conditioned to fear being disliked or rejected by others. This fear stems from our primal need for acceptance and belonging. Throughout history, humans have relied on social connections for survival, and the fear of ostracism has been deeply ingrained in our psyche. It is this fear that compels us to endure toxic relationships and environments, all in an effort to maintain a sense of belonging. However, as we mature and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our worth, we must learn to challenge these societal norms and expectations. We have the power to reframe the narrative and prioritize our own well-being without guilt or shame. To truly understand how to stop suffering for other people, we must first recognize the root causes of our empathetic distress. One significant contributor is our tendency to take responsibility for the actions and outcomes of others. We may find ourselves constantly blaming ourselves for someone else's mistakes or failures, even when we are not at fault. This tendency can be attributed to our inherent desire to maintain harmony in our relationships and avoid conflict. We may feel compelled to protect the other person or preserve the relationship by shouldering the blame, even if it means compromising our own peace of mind and emotional well-being. Another reason why we suffer for other people is our difficulty in setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and protecting our emotional well-being. However, many of us struggle to establish and enforce boundaries, whether it is due to fear of confrontation, a desire to be liked, or a lack of When we fail to set clear boundaries, we open ourselves up to emotional manipulation and exploitation by others. We may find ourselves constantly giving in to the demands or expectations of others, even if they are unreasonable or detrimental to our own needs and goals. Additionally, our fear of abandonment or rejection can contribute to our willingness to suffer for other people. This fear can be particularly strong in romantic relationships, where we may fear losing our partner or being left alone. As a result, we may endure emotional or even physical abuse in an attempt to salvage the relationship, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness and well-being. Furthermore, societal expectations and gender roles can also play a role in our tendency to suffer for others. Traditional gender roles often dictate that women should be nurturing and self-sacrificing, while men should be strong and stoic. These societal norms can create pressure and emotional distress, particularly for women who may feel compelled to prioritize the needs of others at the expense of their own. Now that we have explored some of the underlying reasons why we suffer for other people, let's discuss practical strategies for overcoming this tendency and prioritizing our own emotional well-being. One of the most important steps is to cultivate self-awareness and develop a deep understanding of ourselves. This includes recognizing our core values, beliefs, and boundaries, as well as identifying the emotions and thoughts that drive our behavior. By developing a strong sense of self, we can better navigate the complexities of human relationships and resist the urge to conform to societal expectations or the demands of others. Another crucial step is to learn how to set healthy boundaries. Establishing clear and assertive boundaries is essential for protecting our emotional well-being and ensuring that our needs are respected by others. This may involve saying no to requests that we are uncomfortable with, communicating our limits clearly, and holding others accountable when they violate our boundaries. By setting healthy boundaries, we can create safe and respectful relationships that prioritize the well-being of all parties involved. Moreover, it is essential to challenge negative thought patterns and beliefs that contribute to our suffering. Many of us hold on to limiting beliefs about ourselves and our abilities, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and the need to seek validation from others. By identifying and challenging these negative thought patterns, we can replace them with positive and empowering affirmations that support our growth and well-being. This can be done through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or cognitive behavioral therapy. Additionally, we must learn to accept and embrace our imperfections. As human beings, we are all imperfect and prone to making mistakes. However, many of us struggle with feelings of guilt and shame when we fall short of our own or societal expectations. By embracing our imperfections and learning from our mistakes, we can cultivate self-compassion and reduce the suffering we inflict on ourselves. Finally, seeking support and guidance from others can be invaluable on our journey toward prioritizing our own well-being. Connecting with friends, family members, or mental health professionals whose support and encourage us can provide the necessary strength and perspective to overcome the societal conditioning that has led us to suffer for other people. By implementing these strategies and committing to our own emotional well-being, we can break free from the cycle of suffering that has held us back for far too long. It is through these conscious choices that we can create a life that is true to our authentic selves and filled with genuine happiness and fulfillment. But before we move forward, I have a favor to ask you. If you have already watched one of my videos, please share what you have learned with someone who might benefit from it. Your act of kindness can have a ripple effect, helping others to transform their lives as well. Thank you for listening. And now, let's continue. As we come to the end of this episode, I want to leave you with a final message of empowerment. You have the inherent power to stop suffering for other people and to prioritize your own emotional well-being. By understanding the roots of our empathetic distress and implementing practical strategies for change, you can break free from the chains that have held you back. Remember, you are not responsible for the actions or outcomes of others. Set healthy boundaries that protect your emotional health. Challenge negative thought patterns and embrace your imperfections. Seek support when needed and take small steps toward prioritizing your own happiness. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery and healing, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to support you. Reach out to them and let them be part of your journey. I want to leave you with a quote from the renowned author and speaker Mark Mason. Stop trying to fix other people. Spend your time and energy on things that matter and leave the rest to God. Remember, you have the power to choose your own happiness. Don't settle for a life of suffering and resentment. Take charge of your emotional well-being and create a life that you are proud of. If you found this episode helpful, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and join my growing community of empowered individuals. Together, we can continue to learn and grow, breaking free from the societal norms that have limited us for far too long. Before we part ways, I want to remind you of the transformative power that lies within you. You have the ability to shape your own destiny and create a future filled with joy and abundance. Believe in yourself and trust in the journey. Thank you for joining me on this episode. May you go out into the world and become the best version of yourself.